Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders presents the District 31 Little League Major Championship on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by Pizza Bella.
We're in for a lot of fireworks tonight, fellas. They're going to come out. They're going to get their money.
From the Adams Sports Complex in Pittston Township, it's the Major Little League District 31 and 16 championships. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide. We'll be joined by Aaron Dugan from Fox 56 Sports shortly, and on the play-by-play in the booth, Phil Shaner and Bob Bertoni. Well, all across the country, District Little League titles are being crowned, all with the hopes of going to South Williamsport. The champions will then take on to the sectionals as we take a look at the road to South Williamsport. It looks like this. District championship play tonight. Then it will be state play at Ross Traver Township Little League, July 24th to 31st. If you're lucky enough to win states, it's on to Bristol, Connecticut for the East Region Final. And then if you win that, hello, South Williamsport. The Little League World Series starts August 18th. Maybe we'll see these four teams tonight as an East rep. But first things first, there's baseball played here at West Pittston, and Back Mountain National are getting ready for the game. So let's see how they got here. First, Back Mountain National has dominated, averaging double-digit runs in all 5 of their games. This includes a 13-run win over their opponent tonight. So clearly, Back Mountain National the favorite. But West Pittston, they have something to say about that. They ran through their first 3 games before losing to BMN. They rebounded quickly and shut out Kingston last week to make it to tonight's final. To find out how the teams have prepared and how they feel, let's go to Aaron Dugan with both coaches.
Here now with both coaches, we'll start with Back Mountain National's Chuck Youngman. Chuck, how are the guys feeling?
They're feeling anxious and excited. They're looking forward to playing tonight. They had a chance to come watch their friends play here last year, and they're really excited about just having the opportunity to play here tonight.
And the last time you met West Pittston, things went well for you. Talk me through that game and what you want to do to get that same result.
Yeah, I think the boys hit the ball very well in that game, and our 3 pitchers that we threw that night got in a nice groove and threw strikes, and it was a good game for us overall. We were very happy with our overall game.
Well, good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll move on to Mick Melberger from West Pittston. I'll ask you the same thing.
Sure.
Things didn't quite go as well for you guys the last time you played, but what did you take from that game?
Basically, we had some issues once our starting pitcher got out, and he was limited to 35 pitches. So tonight we have him for 85, but in that game, he struck out 6 in 2 innings. So we feel pretty good coming into tonight. He pitched against Kingston and did well, so that's what we're hoping for.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Bob?
Thank you, Aaron. Great insight right there. Well, doing the play-by-play, calling it tonight, 2 gentlemen who know the district inside and out, Bob Bertoni and Phil Shaner.
Thank you, Bob. And yes, the defending champs, Back Mountain National. Only 2 players from last year's team on this current team, but one of the 2, Ty Federici, is the starting pitcher tonight. And he's 5'10", but when he stands on that mound, Bob, he feels like he's 6'2". He's very intimidating. He loves to bring the gas.
Yes, and you know, you talk about 2 guys only back from last year's championship team. It's about reloading, not about rebuilding. Ty's a great place to start. He has great power. He'll beat you with his arm on the mound and also with his bat. Semifinals, hit a 300-foot shot. What a great kid to have leading your team.
Back National was one of the favorites. Now, West Pittston, I talked to their manager last night, and he said it's David against Goliath, and West Pittston being the underdog. They're the 2 seed. They had the 1 loss coming in. They were 10-run ruled by Back Mountain National to end pool play, but it's a little different story tonight because they have their ace, J.J. Wood, on the mound. The last time he faced Back Mountain National, he could only throw 35 pitches. Tonight, he has a full 85.
Yes, J.J. Hood is a player, and he is a pitcher. He'll overpower you, or he'll come with some finesse. He's a great kid to have on the hill. I'll tell you what, Phil, one of the best I've seen in a long time, and I think it's going to be a very good, low-scoring game, but both teams could score runs.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have a new District 31 champ at the end of the night. Bob, back to you. We'll be back in a little bit with the play-by-play. We'll see you later.
Thank you, guys. Perfect insight right there from Bob and Phil. Well, let's take a look at the past champions from this district, District 31. It's been dominated by Back Mountain National and Back Mountain area. They've dominated the last 4 years. They took the champs as past champs. BMN looking for a repeat and trying to keep pace with Back Mountain American, who has won 3 titles from 2012 to 2014. In fact, BMN beat BMA in last year's final in a classic game right here. So with history on their side, West Pittston will try and break that string. Can they do it? Well, it's time to find out. It's the Major Little League District 31 Little League Championships from Pittston Township Little League. It's Back Mountain National and West Pittston next on My TV WQMY.
The District 31 Little League Championship, Back Mountain National and West Pittston tonight from Pittston Township. What a great night for Little League Baseball. And we have two games for you tonight. Two district champs in 31 and 16. Going to be a lot of fun. Bob Bertoni, Phil Shaner with you tonight. We are just about getting ready. The national anthem will be sung tonight by Abigail Charneski.
Would everyone please rise for the singing of our national anthem tonight by Ms. Abby Charneski.
Little League Plus.
Abby Charneski from Kingston Little League. Her brother plays baseball at Kingston Little League. Did a great job tonight in the national anthem at a packed house tonight at Pittston Township. The Little League Pledge is coming up next, and then we'll get the starting lineups and we'll get the first pitch going of our first of two games here tonight. First is the District 31 Championship between West Pittston and Back Mountain National. But first, our Little League Pledge.
My country, and we respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win. But win or lose, I will always do my best.
That's it. Thank you very much, fellas.
And now we're ready to play baseball. The national anthem, the Little League Pledge, always a tradition to start Little League Baseball each night. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for Back Mountain National. Some good power for Back Mountain. This is a team that can hit home runs. .484 batting average, 13 home runs. They have 3 triples and 7 doubles this season. They have not really been in a serious game. They've 10-run ruled just about everyone. And Bob, the big part of that lineup is the 3-4 hitters. They can produce a lot of power in Federici and Killian.
Oh yeah, that is where most of the juice comes from. Chris Killian is a tremendous hitter, and Ty, as I talked about in the pregame, the kid could hit bombs. Look for them to produce some RBIs. And they're going to need to produce some RBIs. That top half of the lineup, Phil, is really important. They need to get on base. Go with the defense, Phil.
And there is J.J. Hood for West Pittston. And take a look at the defense. J.J., as we mentioned in the open, he's the guy they want out there. He is their ace. And a pretty good infield as well. Kelleher at first, Melberger at second. The other side of the infield is tough as well. Weedle is the new catcher. They made that change about 2 games ago, and that was a big thing for Coach Melberger. He said that was a big thing for them to get Weedle back there catching Hood, and these two guys really have some good chemistry. And we see JJ's favorite team is the Phillies, and he's ready to go tonight. Now, only 35 pitches in the first time they met in the final game in pool play, and that was a 15-2 West Pittston loss. Now, the reason for that is both teams knew they were in the semifinals, so both teams were staving their pitchers. We'll get into the pitching rules of Little League Baseball a little bit later on. They are on a pitch count, so to be eligible for the semifinals, which both teams wanted to have their ace pitchers, that's why Hood that night. J.J. Hood only pitched 35 pitches and then left the game, and then the wheels kind of came off after that for West Pittston, and Back Mountain National rolled and 10-run ruled them 15-2.
Yes, J.J. Hood's pitching lineup. Opposing teams are only batting 115 against him, so the kid could throw. There's no doubt about it. He'll blow a fastball by you, or he'll drop that curveball. Here we go.
Evan Zawadzki in, the center fielder. Evan batting .611, 1 home run, a triple and a double. He was 3 for 4 with a home run. That was the biggest game of his pool play against Exeter in a 10-2 win.
JJ starts with a strike. You want to work ahead here. It's really important.
JJ can hit his spots and has a great fastball. The outside part of the plate for a strike there. And again, that's what they talk about, going outside and inside. That's why JJ Hood is so effective.
He's a pitcher. He's not a thrower, Phil.
Pitch is outside, misses this time, but looks pretty good. A good mix, again, going inside, outside. And J.J. Hood, the manager of Back Mountain, Chuck Youngman, he manages him in travel ball, so he knows him very well. Pitches high, count 2-2 now.
Yeah, he's just dabbling around, wants to see him chase a bad pitch, and now I think he'll come in with a strike here, Phil.
Ball is knocked in foul play. That was a high strike, but again, hitting those spots. Coming inside that time to force a foul ball. Count remains 2-2. We're just underway. District 31 championship, Back Mountain National, West Pittston. That ball gets away from Weedle, the catcher. A little too far outside to the right. Count now 3-2.
Zawadzki with a good at bat to start the game, making Hood throw a couple pitches here. He's going to battle to the end, and that's what you like to see.
Evans hanging in there. Fouled 2 pitches off. Count remains 3-2. Hood likes the pitch that Weedle calls, and outside corner, strike 3.
Like we said, he'll go inside, he'll go outside. Comes with that outside fastball on the corner and sits down Zawadzki. So we got 1 down. Threw a lot of pitches, though. Good at bat. Here's the replay. If you look at it, right on that outside corner, Eric, the home plate umpire, is going to give that, and he sits him down.
Now batting for Back Mountain National, Will Youngman, batting .429. 2 doubles, 2 triples. We'll talk about Will Youngman throughout the night. Pretty good story with Will, and that pitch is outside corner and high for a strike. But again, we're going to see it all night with JJ. His 85 pitches of going inside and outside. That last strikeout now, Hood has 38 on the tournament. That pitch is outside for a ball.
Like this Will Youngman kid, lefty, tough 2-hitter. Situation hitter, he'll get a bunt down. He likes to keep the ball in play. He's a battler.
There was a nice pitch and a strikeout. 2 strikeouts back-to-back for J.J. Hood. That's why they're like their chances. They talked about David against Goliath. Well, with Hood, might be a different story. And here comes Hood's counterpart on the pitcher side. Ty Federici steps in at 5'10", the big guy.
This will be a nice matchup right here. JJ against Ty. 2 good friends, but today it's a mano-y-mano there, Phil.
Yeah, they play together in travel ball, know each other very well, and Ty hits this one for a base hit into center field.
Just got the bat head on the ball and punched it into center field.
Ty batting .545, coming in with 5 home runs and gets that base hit, a 2-out base hit. And now coming to bat, some serious power here with Chris Killian. He has 4 homers in the tournament play, batting .667.
I'll tell you what, Chris swings with a lot of power. He's a very, very good player. Him and Ty make a great 3-4 or a 1-2 punch, however you want to call it, but these are back-to-back tough hitters.
There's a pitch outside corner. Ball gets away from Weedle, and Federici will move over to second base.
Runner in scoring position. I always say, Phil, 2-out hits wins games. Let's see if we can produce one here by Chris.
1-1 count. Federici on second with 2 outs, top of the first inning. This one is roped into right field, off the wall in right field. Federici will come around to score the first run of the game. Back Mountain National with a 1-0 lead with the big RBI to right center field by Chris Killian.
Yeah, I just called it. I just said these 2-out hits are big hits in games like this. It's going to be tough to score runs, and you got to come up with, there's 2 outs, and we got to, you'll see it here, he goes with the pitch. It's an outside fastball. He pushes it to right field, and Ty has great wheels. Comes around the score to give Back Mountain a 1-0 lead.
Nick Finarelli now batting for Back Mountain. Batting .467, a home run and a double in tournament play. Back Mountain had no trouble, 5-0 in tournament play, 10 ruled everyone. Wins over Harvey's Lake, Exeter, West Side, West Pittston, and Back Mountain American in the semifinals, as Bob mentioned in the pregame show. That ball is fouled away. Already a pretty good crowd filing in. We have 2 tonight. This is the District 31 title game. And then tonight, the nightcap, the District 16 title game, Mountaintop and Nanaco. Pitch from Hood, and it's hit by Ferrelli into right center field. Another base hit. Going into third base is Chris Killian. So back-to-back base hits.
Finarelli, a long line of Finarellis out in the Back Mountain area, and they're all pretty good baseball players. Sticks his bat head out. I think Coach strategy this week preparing for the game was, hit it where he pitches it. And right now they're pushing a lot of balls into right center for base hits because JJ likes to hang out on the outside.
Jared Adamski now in for Back Mountain National. So after 2 strikeouts, Bob, 3 back-to-back base hits.
Well, that just tells you how strong in the middle of their lineup. They have 9 guys that can hit. Actually, they have 13 guys that can hit. You can't take a pitch off here against the Back Mountains lineup. They're too powerful.
Adamski watches that one for a ball outside, count 1-1. Runners in the corners after 3 back-to-back singles, and National with a 1-0 lead after JJ looked impressive, striking out the first 2 batters. This ball is fouling out of play down the right field line. Big Chris Killian at third base wants to come in and get another run for National. Chuck Youngman, when I spoke with him this weekend, said it would be important for them to get early runs, especially against J.J. Hood. Pitch a high strike 3, and J.J. Hood with 3 strikeouts in the inning, but a run on the board by Back Mountain National. West Pittston will come up in the bottom half of the inning. We'll be right back. It's the District 31 Little League Championship. West Pittston will get their opportunity in the bottom of the first inning after National put a run on the board at the top half of the first. And take a look at the starting lineup. Evan Melberger, the coach's son, will lead off. Ethan Elms has played big, and J.J. Hood will bat third, and Jake Culliher will be the cleanup hitter. You might recognize that name. Yes, his father played with the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Jason Weedle bat next, and the catcher. So a good lineup for West Pittston, a team that is batting as a team has done a real nice job, batting .400 as a team with 9 home runs. And they were in some tough games, but they also had some 10-run rule games as well in the pool play. 16-4 over Exeter, 15-0 over West Side. And the defense for Back Mountain National, Federici has a pretty good defense behind him. Killian, the catcher, what a great combination. Very important in Little League Baseball to have a good pitcher and catcher combo because, boy, what a difference that it can make. And the outfield's pretty good as well for Back Mountain National. One problem, the outfield hasn't really gotten a lot of practice because not a lot of balls have been hit to them so far in this tournament.
Yeah, Federici, he's just going to try and blow balls by everyone today. Every once in a while, he'll mix some junk in there, but it's power. It's all power with him. He's a big, tall kid. He's a strong kid. And not only that, he's a great kid. Had the opportunity to talk to him before the game. He's really excited about being here. Comes from a great family. So Ty is going to try and shut him down using his muscles, Phil.
Well, Ty, just 1 inning against West Pittston when they met to close out pool play, and he had 3 strikeouts for the save in the bottom of the 5th for Federici that night.
First matchup should be really a lot of fun. because the leadoff hitter for West Pittston, Evan stands at about 4'4", 4'5", not much bigger than that, and ties at what, 5'10"?
Yeah, well, we're going to give Evan 4'10". We're going to be generous. 4'10", 80 pounds for Evan Melberger. Evan steps in, tries to get things going for West Pittston in the bottom half of the first inning, with National with a 1-0 lead. Pitches outside for a ball. Melberger does a great job at getting on base, and that's what you want out of your leadoff hitter. He leads the team in getting on base with walks. He has 6 walks so far this season, batting .555.
Well, it's hard to throw strikes to this, and he's a tough out.
And that pitch was a high strike. But as you mentioned, standing at 4'10", it is tough to get those strikes because the strike zone is from the letters of the jersey to the knees.
Armpits to the knees.
It's Federici's next pitch, inside for a ball. And Melberger has the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Melberger plays travel ball with Coach Youngman of Back Mountain. Both him and J.J. Hood on travel team with a lot of the Back Mountain players. There's a breaking ball inside that missed. Good at bat here for Melberger. Very important for the leadoff man to get on. He had a big game in the Harvey's Lake game. He had a double and 3 hits in that game. Next pitch is high, and he draws a walk.
Like we said, it's tough to throw to little Evan. He's a tough out because you put it in the zone, he's going to whack it. But again, you got to get it in the zone, and when you only have about a 2-foot window, Phil, it's tough to throw strikes to Evan because he's a tough out.
Ethan Elms steps in now. Leads the teams in runs scored with 13, batting .545. Yep. Had a home run in the semifinal win over Kingston. He had a big game. Really got the offense started. Of course, yep. Hood did the rest. Hood almost had a perfect game.
Right. You might want to look at a bunt here to try and get that runner in the second scoring position.
Pitch outside corner for a strike, and yeah, you want to. I think small ball would be the way to go against a Back Mountain National team.
You're not going to score a lot of runs, so you might want to try and generate some runs. Especially you want to answer after Back Mountain dropped 1 on you, and there it is.
Turns the bunt. Called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes for Ethan Elms.
So many young kids hate to bunt and give up their time at bat, but it's so important. They have no idea. We always talk about do the little things. Take care of the little things. The big things take care of themselves. And getting that bunt down, getting the runner to second, so important here.
2-2 count with Mellenberger on first for West Pittston. There's a shot to third.
We got him
Murray
there.
with a nice play over to first. Great play there at third base. Murray's a solid third baseman to get the first out of the inning.
Nice play, nice play. Really slow. Couldn't get to second to get that lead runner. You'll see it here. Now, just a little tap ground ball with a high bounce off the bat. He looked at second for a brief moment, but he knew he couldn't get him, so he got the sure out at first, but we got a runner in scoring position.
Here's J.J. Hood, steps in. Good eye by Hood not to bite on that pitch.
This is the guy you want up with the runner in scoring position. JJ's a good little hitter as well as a great pitcher. 1
out. Evan Melberger at second. Hood gets a bat on the ball, but it's foul. Hood leads the team in hits with 9 and also with home runs with 3. He had a no-hitter pitching against Harvey's Lake. He had 13 Ks, and he was 3 for 3 hitting. He's hit in just about every game but last game. He had a little bit of a slump in the Kingston semifinal game, so he's anxious to get a hit.
Well, you got to remember, too, he was so focused on the mound that, pitchers, you want them, their first priority is to throw strikes and get outs. And then, try to produce at home is always tough. But you know what? He'll answer, I'm sure.
And he gets all of this one to deep center field, and J.J. Hood with his 4th homer of the All-Star Tournament, and West Pittston takes a 2-1 lead with the home run, the 2-run shot by J.J. off of Federici.
We're going to take a look at it here. He threw him a low fastball, and J.J. got under it and drove his hips through the ball. Here, let's take a look at it. A low fastball, he got under it and drove it through with his hips right to left center. That's deep out of here, giving West Pittston a 1-run lead now.
Center field fence about 195. The fence is about 8 foot tall, and JJ deposited over the fence. Jake Culliher batting now for West Pittston, the cleanup hitter for them, batting .500.
I wonder if his dad taught him how to play this game on ice skates.
Chris was a great hockey player for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. And Jake's a pretty good baseball player. Swings and misses on that one. He's behind in the count now.
Federici mixing it up a little bit. Threw that curveball on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Federici with a pitch here, outside for a ball. And I'll tell you one thing, watching Ty in this tournament, he's an emotional guy. I mean, you could see it on his face. You could see how he's doing, if he's pitching well or if he's not, the way his facial expressions are. Here's the pitch by Ty, and gets away from him outside for a ball, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. But you know what? He's such a smart pitcher because, you know, you got ahead 0-2, and now he stayed away on 2 pitches. Now he's going to come in and go after the hitter, trying to get him out.
2-2 count. Kelleher gets the bat on the ball and puts it into foul territory down the first base line. But J.J. Hood helps out his own cause. Gave up 3 singles in the top half of the first inning, and National took a 1-0 lead, and then he hits a 2-run shot. And West Pittston has a 2-1 lead over National. Outside for a ball. Again, just the great body language from Ty, moving that arm, the facial expressions. He's fun to watch. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4. Ty looks over at the dugout. Not happy with that. Walks.
Has a lot of confidence in that. He throws a 3-2 curveball on the outside corner, just misses the outside. And now we have a 1-out runner on first base.
For Jason Weedle.
And Jason's going to try and add to the West Pittston run total here.
Jason Weedle batting .500 in the tournament play. Has 6 hits. Again, has moved to the catcher role for West Pittston last few games and has done a real nice job defensively.
Got that catcher's body too, Phil, you know. Looks like a really strong kid. He's batting .500 on the year, so during this All-Star tournament. So those are some pretty good numbers.
As you see, there's 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first, and J.J. Hood, 2-run homer, has West Pittston up 2-1. A runner on first.
Throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
Yeah, we'll talk about the pitch count and how many pitches you can have. That's a major factor in Little League Baseball. There's a high pitch, swung and missed by Weedle. Jay Weeds is his nickname. 5'1". Hits this one right back through the middle.
Could be a
shortstop
double play.
Steps on the bag, throw over to first for the double play. Couldn't come up with it. Good play there by Youngman, the shortstop, to recognize to get the tag at second and nearly the double play, but Weedle was safe at first. There's 2 outs in the inning.
Yeah, Ty made an effort to try to get the ball right away, got under him. Let's take a look at it here. You know, did everything he could to backhand the ball, but shortstop's right there, steps on the bag. But couldn't turn to double, but got the first one. That's important, the lead runner.
Blaise Sokach-Minnick steps to the plate now. The first pitch is in for a strike.
Starts with a curveball on the outside. Maybe the coaching staff knows that they can overpower some of the hitters in the West Pittston lineup, so they're changing speeds a little bit, Phil.
2 outs, runner on first, Sokach-Minnick, swing and a miss. High fastball that time after the curve. I was at the game where Sokach-Minnick had his biggest night of the tournament. He was 4 for 4 with 3 home runs against Westside. 3 home runs in 1 game.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Here's the pitch, fouled back. Even was the featured interview on PA District 1631 Twitter and the YouTube channel after that big game by Sokach-Minnick that night.
That even sounds like a great baseball name, doesn't it?
It does.
Sokach-Minnick.
And a breaking ball for strike 3. So Back Mountain National is out of the inning with the big strikeout by Ty, but West Pittston gets the damage done. A 2-run homer by J.J. Hood. We're through 1. West Pittston 2, Back Mountain National 1, District 31 championship.
Welcome back, everyone. We're here now at the Little League Championships, and we have to talk with some of the parents. And who better to talk to than Vicki Hood, your son starting on the mound, 3 strikeouts, a big 2-run homer. You've got to be one proud mama right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So talk me through this team and how they've played this year. You said they're really, really tight on and off the field.
Yes, they are really close. They've played phenomenal since day one. They start off with the win and they ended with the loss, but we still got here, and now they're doing absolutely great here, and it's just great to watch them.
And you mentioned to me before how you get so nervous before the games. Who's more nervous, you or him on the mound?
Oh, I think it's me.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100% it's me.
So as a mother, what is more exciting for you? Because your son can do it both. What's more exciting to watch? A home run or a big strikeout and inning?
Well, I think it's kind of a toss-up. I love watching him strike them out, and I love watching every single home run. The grand slams are wonderful. They're even more fun. But I think they're both the same.
Well, thanks for stopping to chat. Vicki, enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you so much.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Aaron Dugan, talking to J.J. Hood's mother, and she likes to see those home runs, she said, and the strikeouts as well.
Well, being the parent of a pitcher, very, very, very nerve-wracking. But you know what? I like Mike already because he's a big Phillies fan.
Mike Schultes in for Back Mountain National. He's the 7 hitter. 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, he's batting .333 on the year. He has a good stick. He'll put the ball in play.
Hood with the pitch high, and Schultes goes after it for a swinging strike.
Yeah, JJ wants them to hit his pitch. And that's important. And it's good, Phil, that you always want to make sure you work ahead. You can do so much more when you're ahead of the batter.
Hood with 40 strikeouts this All-Star season, and a called third strike outside corner, and the 4th strikeout of the game. And we're seeing the dominance of J.J. Hood, and that's why they believe they have a chance to win this thing with their ace on the hill.
Well, you'll see it here. He dabbled and hit that outside corner again. You know, he doesn't throw many pitches down the middle of the plate. He'll use all 17 inches of that plate. Inside, outside, he'll keep the ball up, keep the ball down, fastballs, curveballs. This kid has it all, and he's a great, great pitcher. As we talked about before, there are pitchers and there are throwers, and he's a pitcher.
Mike Murray steps in, batting .444 for Back Mountain National. The third baseman had a real nice play at third, and bottom half of the inning.
Again, starts with a high fastball. Murray fouls it off.
Murray turns to bunt there, and a called strike. So Hood ahead of the count. Again, Hood had 6 strikeouts when he faced Back Mountain National in the final game of pool play, and he could only pitch 35 pitches, and he had to leave the game. There's his 5th strikeout of the game, getting Murray to swing and miss.
Again on a high fastball, and you know what? JJ is starting to settle in now. He's starting to develop a little rhythm. And when you have a rhythm as a pitcher, that makes you that much harder to hit.
Robinson steps in now for Back Mountain National. He's the 9 hitter. Evan, favorite team is the Yankees. Outside corner. First miss for a while by Hood. He's been dominant here in this second inning. Hood with a nice pitch, little low, miss for a ball. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs.
Check the swing, but no appeal made by the catcher, so.
Five strikeouts so far through 8 batters for Hood. And a high pitch. Those are tough as a little leaguer. We have 12-year-olds out here. Those pitches that come at your eyes are tough not to swing at.
Grapefruits, they call them grapefruits. You're looking at a grapefruit and you want to try and hit it out of the park. Sometimes they're hard to catch up with, though.
2-2 count, called strike 3, and Hood with a 1-2-3 inning with 3 Ks, has 6 through 2 innings, and a home run to boot. West Pittston's coming to the plate. They have a 2-1 lead. You're watching the District 31 Championship on MyTV WQMY.
Matt Tees is proud to provide the apparel for the TV crew for tonight's District 1631 Championship game. Matt Tees is your source for custom apparel of the highest quality at a reasonable price. No job is too big or too small for Mad Tees. Providing you with cost-effective custom apparel is Mad Tees' sole business. Call Mad Tees at 570-654-TEES or check them out online at madtees.net.
And we can't do it without our sponsors, so we'd like to thank all the sponsors that you see here tonight to make this possible. And what a night it is for these 11 and 12-year-olds to be on TV, on My TV, WQMY, have their games featured on television. This is something that only teams that reach the regional or the World Series in South Williamsport get to experience, but here at District 16 and 31, the tradition started last year when we did our first televised game of the championship, and all our sponsors, we have to thank them to make it possible.
Could never happen without them, Phil. We can't even thank them enough. And we thank our friends at Fox for showcasing our talented young baseball players here in Luzerne County. Okay, so Ty comes into this inning throwing 29 pitches in the first inning, Phil.
We're going to talk about the pitch count throughout the night. And that pitch is outside for a ball. Connor Wabaleski in. He has one hit, batting 200, 6 walks. Steps in for West Pittston. Pitch is high and outside.
Key, too, is about playing time. There are different rules when you carry 12 players as opposed to 13. When you have 13 players, the subs just need to get an at-bat, Phil, and that's a big coaching strategy. That's why it's better to carry 13 than it is 12.
Nice pitch there. Ty gets it in for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. There is the manager of West Pittston, Mick Melberger.
Nice guy.
Outside pitch and a swing and a miss. We talked about Hood hitting spots. Federici does a nice job at hitting spots inside and outside as well.
Yeah, hopefully Ty now could find a rhythm as well.
Pitch is high at the letters for a ball. I think Mick Melberger, the coach at West Pittston, has to be thrilled that he's sitting at a 2-1 lead right now in the bottom half of the second inning.
I'm sure.
Called third strike.
So Ty now answers, and he comes back to lead off the inning with a strikeout. That's really important. Now we have a substitution here.
So the first out of the inning and the second strikeout for Ty Federici. We'll have a substitution for West Pittston, as that's another rule that you mentioned. Everyone has to get an at-bat. So you mentioned about having how many players you carry on your all-star team. So you'll see the substitutions to make sure that everyone gets at least one at-bat.
Yeah, like you said, you know, it's 13 players. You have to get one at-bat. If you carry less than 12, then they have to play defensive outs and have an at-bat. It's a little bit tougher to substitute in that situation. Whereas when you have 13 players, it's one at-bat, you get them in, and then it's not, it's free substitution. Once they meet that mandatory play, you can keep bringing that kid in and out. So a lot of coaches spend a lot of time thinking about how they're going to use their subs, and the subs turn up being so important in games like this, Phil.
Henry Rosen steps in for West Pittston with 1 out. The bottom of the second, West Pittston with a 2-1 lead. National got on the board first with 3 back-to-back singles, and then West Pittston answered with the J.J. Hood 2-run homer to left center.
Ty's trying to keep the ball up a little bit, trying to get him to chase, and good discipline by West Pittston, but he comes back with a fastball in the zone there to get the count even at 1-1.
1-1 count, 1 out, no base runners. Federici with the pitch. Another high swinging strike.
Just talked about it right there. He just came up with that high fastball, and our batter chased it and swung at Ty's pitch. That's Henry Rosen up at the plate, who showed a little discipline there, and now we're stuck at 2-2.
2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Federici, and it's hit foul down the right field line.
Boy, good crowd again this year, Phil, and I'm anticipating it to continue to grow as the night progresses, because the nightcap, Nanticoke and Mountaintop should be an exciting one, brother.
Should be. A lot of people say Back Mountain National, the defending champs, but their story was a lot like West Pittston. Pitches outside for a ball. Last year, they were 10-run ruled by Back Mountain American, and if you joined us last year, it was Back Mountain American against National. A lot of people thought American would win that one, and National got the win, won the district title, called third strike for the second out of the inning.
And it was an exciting game last year. It came down to the wire, and Back Mountain National pulled out the upset, made it all the way to the state championship game, only to lose to the team that went and won the American Championship. Redland. Zach
Pitcavage in batting now for West Pittston. Federici is starting to find his groove with back-to-back strikeouts and 2 outs, but he's trailing 2-1. Yeah, that was the story. Now, West Pittston, they're a team that are the only team in the championship night with a loss. They were the number 2 seed going into the semifinals, just like National was last year. And once National won that district title, as you mentioned, Bob, they went on to win the Section 5 championship and then all the way to the state title game against Redland. High pitch swung and missed there. Federici's known to do that. When we shot the Pizza Bella commercial with him, I was talking to him on the mound, and he said he just loves to throw the high pitches. He goes, he loves when they chase high pitches, and he keeping it high in the strike zone there again, but that time some good discipline by Pitcavage not to swing.
I give the home plate umpire credit too. Eric Ostrowski is very consistent.
Called strike there.
Fills it up now, 3-2.
3-2 with 2 outs, no base runners in the bottom of the second inning, and our first of 2 championship games tonight on MyTV WQMY. Federici's 3-2 pitch, high and ball 4. Pitcavage is a 2-out base runner at first. Top of the order coming up now for West Pittston.
Yeah, Evan Mellenberger, all 4 foot 10 inches of him. So we got a timeout. Pitching coach for Back Mountain wants to go down and try and settle Ty down a little bit.
Melberger scored in the first inning, got on by a walk, his 7th walk of the All-Star tournament. Evan's older brother, Dylan, plays baseball in Lyman area, had a successful season this year for the Warriors.
All right, let's go up to Erin. She's got one of the proud moms up there. Erin?
Well, hey guys, I've got one of the moms from Back Mountain National. This is Julie Killian. Her son is Chris, and wow, what a season he's had hitting this year. 667 batting average coming into this game. Absolutely remarkable. What's the key? What are you feeding him, really?
We are feeding him well. He likes to have his snacks, and he's a growing boy. That's all I can say.
And not just Chris, but the entire team can hit this year, really. Talk me through this team, how much fun they've had, and how close they are.
We're really proud of our boys. They've really practiced hard. They put a lot of effort through with their coaches, and we are impressed with their batting. We've watched them grow up since little boys in T-Paw, and it's just an awesome experience.
All right, so as a mom, now's your chance. You get to embarrass him. Tell us about his rituals. You know, does he eat the same thing every game? Tell us something.
Chris pretty much keeps it simple. He rests on game day. Maybe he lightens it up with his snacks, and definitely no swimming and no wiffle ball per Coach Youngman. And he's a calm, kind of cool kid, so no real rituals, but just keeping it low-key game day.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, thanks so much for stopping to chat with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, back to you guys.
Thank you, Aaron. A runner advances to second base for Evan Melberger. 2 outs, runner at second for West Pittston. Pitch is batted in the air to center field, and the catch is made, and Back Mountain National is out of the inning. Big crowd forming on the hill. Kind of looks like South Williamsport, doesn't it? Wilkes-Barre, West Pittston 2, Back Mountain National 1. We'll be back with the third coming up on MyTV WQMY.
The Tipsy Turtle is a great family restaurant and fun sports bar with 3 incredible locations. Market Street in Jenkins Township, Owen Street in Swearsville, and Concordian Drive in Avoca near the airport. The Tipsy Turtle does it right when it comes to food. Check out all of their menus online by downloading their app. Try their famous turtle bites. Tasty little pieces of heaven tossed in one of 40 homemade wing sauces. The Tipsy Turtle also offers exquisite catering services that will make your next event the talk of the town. accommodating parties of 20 to 150. Tipsy Turtle has you covered.
And there's some future All-Stars that would love to play in the major championship game. Back Mountain American last night won the 9 and 10 District 31 championship. It was a special night at Exeter, the first time we did the championship nights in 9 and 10.
Let's talk about pitch count for a second, Phil. Right now, Ty is at 51 pitches, and J.J. Hood is at 37. Both pitchers now have 85 pitches to play with. Once they reach that 85 plateau, they're done. They have to come out. Now, here's how it works. If Ty or JJ is pitching to a batter and they say he's on 84, he gets to complete that batter. But once that batter is completed, he needs to go back. He needs to get removed from the pitching mound. And also, there are rules according to catchers catching in the number of innings. They can't catch more than a couple innings to be eligible to pitch. You see on your screen there, 66 or more pitches, it's 4 days rest. 65 or less, it's 3. But right now they're throwing that out the window. I'm sure both are going to take advantage of the 85 pitches.
As far as the pitches, 51 and 37, who's are they okay? Are they in good shape? Is that a good number to be where we're at here in the third inning?
Well, J.J. Hood threw 4 in the semifinal game, had 41 pitches. So right now he's a little ahead of that. And Ty's flirting with some big numbers right now. He's got to get a quick inning next inning.
Sawatsky in. A little hit to Malberger at second for the first out of the inning. Good play there by Evan Malberger to stay down and get the out. 1 out in the inning.
There you go, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you want when you're dealing with a pitch count. And just like that, he's only at 38.
Zawoski gets ground out. 1 out. J.J. Hood almost had a perfect game in the semifinals against Kingston. Got to the last out. There was 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, and they broke up the perfect game, actually. Not just a no-hitter. He had a perfect game going. That pitch is high and outside for Will Youngman.
And he was masterful in that game, Phil. I mean, he kept the batters off balance the whole night, and he just was disciplined and made good pitches.
Will Youngman fouls that one back. And, Bob, you want to talk about tough? How about Will Youngman playing on Memorial Day weekend? He had to go to the hospital, spend a week in the hospital for a collapsed lung and 4 broken ribs.
Wow.
And here he is playing, and he hits this one to left field and deep and gone, and a home run. You talk about tough, those ribs aren't hurting now. Will Youngman with the long ball and gets a handshake from his dad, the manager, Chuck Youngman, and this game is tied at 2-all.
Well, you want to talk about hitting where they pitch it. Will Youngman took an outside fastball and just stuck the bat head out. Let's take a look at it. He was on the outside. He just pushed the ball right over the left field fence. Good piece of hitting, good mechanics. And he ties it up at 2, Phil.
The dimensions, again, as we mentioned before, 185 down the lines, about 195 to center. That's an 8-foot fence. And there's a good shot at Will Youngman. He has been really the leader of this team because people say, hey, come on, Will's playing with a collapsed lung and broken ribs and recovered and is getting it done. Ty Federici steps in now, takes a ball.
Cinderella story right there, come out of the hospital bed into the championship game. Doesn't get better than that, does it?
No, it doesn't. Hood's pitch misses outside. So 2 balls. We have a tie game, 2-2. 2 home runs in the game. 2-run shot by Hood in the first, and then a solo shot by Will Youngman.
He's going to be careful here. He's not going to give him anything to drive, so I don't think he's going to give in on a 3-0 pitch. And he didn't, and he walks him on 4 pitches. But, you know, like we talked about, you go from Ty right to Chris, who has as much power and could hurt you just as easily. So there's no break for J.J. Hood here. He goes right to Chris Killian, who's coming in here batting .667.
Killian had the RBI in the first, a base hit into right field, his first at bat. Steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first and 1 across already for National. Called strike.
Want to work ahead here. Definitely want to work ahead here.
Federici is at first. 1 out in the inning after the Youngman solo home run. to tie the game at 2-all. That one fouled right back at our broadcast location, right behind home plate. There's a good look. Federici at first. And then Hood, his counterpart, on the hill. Pitch is low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's trying to be perfect here. You know, you have a 1-2 pitch. You don't want to give him anything good to drive, so you're going to stay away from him.
Ball is popped up past the second baseman, Melberger. He'll let the right fielder come in and grab it for the second out of the inning. Rosen with the catch there in right field, 2 outs in the inning.
All right, Nick is up, big Yankee fan. Let's see what he can do. Another Finarelli. I think I said to Steve Scammer, president of the Back Mountain, watching the semifinal game, how many Finarellis have gone through Back Mountain? He said, way too many to mention.
Yeah, we were breaking down the family tree of the Finarellis in the press box the other night. That ball gets by Weedle, and Federici is off to second base with 2 outs.
Yeah, and we talked about 2-out hits, Phil, how important they are. A lot of times they win ball games, and now we're going to have a timeout. Manager's going to go out and talk to JJ, try and come up with a strategy here and try and settle him down a little bit.
Mick Melberger comes out to talk to JJ, and the damage was done in the first inning on 2 outs. Remember, JJ struck out the first 2 batters and then back-to-back base hits, and that gave National their 1-0 lead until J.J. Hood hit the 2-run homer to give West Pittston a 2-1 lead, and the home run, the long ball, does it again here. Will Youngman with the solo home run in this inning in the 3rd to tie the game at 2-2.
Yeah, this is a big at-bat here. You want to get through this inning with no more damage, give your offense a chance to get back the lead.
Hood with a major fastball there, and Finarelli got around on it and nearly took down the first base coach down the right field line.
Not very good hands, though. You should have came up with that. That was weak.
He's not wearing a glove, Bob.
No, I don't. Hey, come on.
2 outs, runner at second. Finarelli hits this one past the dugout and out of play. Federici is at second base. 2 outs. J.J. Hood trying to get out of this 3rd inning. Ball is popped up to 3rd.
Ross
in the sun, and Ross with the grab, and West Pittston gets out of the inning, but the damage was done by that man right there. Will Youngman, the solo home run. You'll see it here. We got a game. Back Mountain National, West Pittston 2-2. Go to the bottom of the 3rd next on MyTV, WQMY. It's the District 31 Championship.
Is proud to provide the apparel for the TV crew for tonight's District 1631 Championship game. Matt Tees is your source for custom apparel of the highest quality at a reasonable price. No job is too big or small for Matt Tees. Providing you with cost-effective custom apparel is Matt Tees' sole business. Call Matt Tees 570-654-TEES or check them out online at matttees.net.
And we have a pitching change for Back Mountain National. Chris Killian comes in to replace Ty Federici. And there's a look at Chris Killian. He fanned 12 batters in a complete 1-hitter against Exeter. He pitched 2 innings at 5 strikeouts, gave up 1 hit in the game against West Pittston to end the pool play. Very capable pitcher. Killian comes in. He's the pitcher that's kind of between what Will Youngman and Ty Federici have possessing. Federici has that power. Youngman, if we get to see him tonight, he's really their number 2 pitcher. He has an unbelievable drop ball that I can't wait to see. Hopefully we'll have a chance to see it. But Chris Killian is a guy that Coach Youngman likes to have, and he's kind of in between Federici and Youngman.
Well, you'll notice during a lot of the district tournaments, Killian would be the starter and Federici would come in and close it up. So, you know, Chris is no rookie to the mound. He's a great little pitcher, and I'm sure he'll do a great job.
Ethan Elm steps in for West Pittston. First pitch from Killian, called strike.
I like how Coach Youngman had a strategy, Phil. He came in with it. He's sticking to it. It's 2-2 in the third.
Elm's first time at the plate. He grounded out to third. Count 1-1.
Ty finished with 50 pitches. He ends his day with 50 pitches.
Nice pitch there. Breaking ball called strike inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elms. Outside for a ball. I think the plan for Chuck Youngman, the manager of Back Mountain, was to use all 3 pitchers. We're on to the second one here.
Yeah, I believe that to be true as well.
Federici's at first now and comes over and steps on the bag, unassisted out. Nice play by Federici, who moves from pitcher to first base to make the out.
Ty's a great defensive player. If you remember last year, to win the game, he did the split at first base. I don't know if you remember that or not, Phil, but split at first base to get the runner out by a half a step. The kid could play.
Federici and Youngman, the 2 players that returned from that district championship team from last year. And now stepping to the plate, J.J. Hood. 2-run homer in the bottom of the first to give West Pittston a 2-1 lead. Swings and misses at that one. Killian the pitch. Little check swing, and it goes right back to Killian for the second out. Hood wanted to hold up on that one, didn't want to come through, and the ball hit the bat.
That was an oh-no swing. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that, he said, Phil. But, hey, Killian will take the out any way he can get it. Check, swing, little humpback liner back to the pitcher, gets him his second out of the inning. 2 quick outs here for Back Mountain.
Kelleher is in now and fouls that one back. This game is presented by District 1631 Little League and MyTV WQMY under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball, and may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the express written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at www.littleleague.org.
Got to check out the catcher. Took a pitch, looks like to the back.
Jake Kelleher, 5'6", 140 pounds. Goes to Wyoming Seminary. Of course, his father, Chris, played pro hockey for the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. Pitch outside by Killian. Kelleher has a good eye. Batting .500. Leads the team in at bats. Batting out of the 4th spot for West Pittston. Pitch is low for a ball.
I'll tell you, Phil, this is a little bit of what I expected. You know, a low-scoring game early in the game. Depending upon JJ's pitch count will determine, I think, you know, what the score can end up being. If he's got some pitches left going into the 6th, I think you're going to see the score pretty close to what it is. Two teams with great pitching.
2-2, 2 outs, 2-2 game. All 2s.
Chris is, you know, throws a curveball, comes up a little short. He doesn't need to throw a meatball down the middle. But now it's 3-2 with 2 outs. I think he's probably going to go at him because he wants to get a good, quick inning and then come and get the sticks, put them to work.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. A 3-2 pitch, excuse me, and ball 4. Good job there. Good discipline by Kelleher to pull back on that one because he wanted to go, and he draws the walk.
Yeah, he went with that curveball on the inside, and it didn't break over the plate. It was a great pitch. I think he was looking for a swinging strikeout, but he didn't get it. Good discipline by Kelleher.
Jason Weedle in now for West Pittston. Kelleher down at first. Used to see his dad all the time when I covered the Penguins. Haven't seen his dad in a while. I'm sure he's here tonight. There's a pitch, outside corner. Nice pitch there. Good work by Killian to come back and get that one. You could tell he needed a strike. Working hard, good shot at Killian there. 1-1 count, 2 outs, and a runner on first for West Pittston. Wow, that pitch.
Fell off the table.
I don't think there's, that was a tough pitch to hit. I mean,
Jason's a great hitter too. He comes in batting .500. He's 8 for 16, and Chris just threw that one right off the table. And then he come back with heat. That doesn't even sound right or fair, Phil.
Yep.
Have a curveball like that and then try and blow a fastball by him. He's just a great mechanics, great work ethic, and great pitch selection.
And Weedle hits this one down the first base line in foul territory. Federici was on it, but it rolls foul.
Boy, the hill's starting to fill up now, Phil. Great crowd.
Second game coming up tonight, District 16 Championship. Mountaintop trying to defend their title. They'll take on Nanacoke tonight. Jay Weeds, Jason Weedle in, pitches above him, ducks. Culliher will go to second.
That'll get the runner to second. And again, 2-out hits. So important in games like this. 2-out hits. Let's see if Jason could pull a rabbit out of his hat. We got a 3-2 pitch. Doesn't get better than this, Phil.
Nope. All boys in the Weedle family. Daniel and Kevin, his brothers, are good athletes as well. 3-2, 2 outs, 2-2 game in the third. Weedle gets a hold of this one to center field, and it's off the wall and gone. Home run for Weedle. Wow. Are you kidding me? His first of the All-Star tournament, stands at 5'1", 103 pounds, and he just put West Pittston up by 2 with a 2-run shot.
Yeah, he got a high fastball. It looked like it went off the wall, but it's the Pittston Township Little League sign behind the fence.
Take a look at it on the replay here, Bob. You can see it hit the fence, the wall behind it.
Hit between the T and the S in Pittston Township. He hit that ball about 220 and gives West Pittston a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the third.
There was a happy young man. I love to see the smiles there. That was, I would say, a little bit unexpected for the size of Weedle, 5'1", 103 pounds, to put that out in dead center field, about 195 over that 8-foot fence. That was something to give West Pittston back the lead at 4-2. So 2 2-run home runs do it for West Pittston.
Yeah, these games are about creating memories, and that boy just created a memory for himself, Phil.
Blaze Sokach Minnick in now for West Pittston, and it was done with 2 outs. You talked about how much damage can be done with 2 outs. You're trying to get that final out of the inning, and all of a sudden runs come in, and Jason Weedle with a 2-run shot here in the third inning to put West Pittston on the board. So all their runs for West Pittston have come on the long ball. In the first inning, it was J.J. Hood, and just a moment ago, a little man that could, Jason Weedle.
Our poor catcher's taking a beating here from Back Mountain.
This is roped into left field, but caught for the final out. So Blaze Sokach Minnick ends the inning, but West Pittston gets it done. There's the man getting ready to go catch. He's the hero right now, Jason Weedle. He goes yard. Here it is. West Pittston has a 4-2 lead in the District 31 Championship on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back, everyone. I have another special guest with me up on the hill. This is Angelo Alfano, the West Pittston Little League president. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So the kids are putting on quite a show here today. In the break, we were talking about last week's game and today.
Yes.
Big difference. You've got to be proud of your program.
Very huge difference. The kids got off to a good start tonight, and they're staying very competitive. Great start.
It takes a lot, you know, as a Little League president to get all the wheels in motion. If you want to just kind of shout out some volunteers, some people that make things happen.
Absolutely. I have a great board of directors, and their families are always great helps. The Weedles, the Jumpers, the Bonitas, the Feenies, the Stepanskis, the Branleys, kind of people I can always count on. I'm sure I forgot somebody, and I apologize if I did.
So you've been with the kids all week, and you said that they were really, really excited for this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Thursday, when they played Kingston, we made a couple deals about if they reached the game tonight, and they did, and now we got another deal going. If they win tonight, I got to shave a couple numbers in my head for sectionals. So great group of kids. I have a lot of fun with them, and I'm really excited for them.
All right, well, we'll see how your hair does.
Yes, hopefully.
Thanks for stopping.
Thank you for having me again.
All right, guys.
I'll tell you, one of the nicer guys that I know, Ange Alfano, does a great job at West Pittston. Hosted our regional tournament last year, did a great job, and he has a great group of people that help him out over there in West Pittston. They're a great group of people, and I'm happy for them, Phil, that they're here. I mean, we have a lot of great little leagues, and West Pittston is one of them.
Absolutely. It was great to have the 9 and 10 softball regional there, and this year it'll be at Back Mountain coming up in August. Joe Shinkowski comes up, having 600 for Back Mountain National.
Hood's at 54 pitches. Killian's at 24 now. He wants an efficient inning here, I think, Phil.
Absolutely. Top of the 4th inning now for J.J. Hood as we continue to watch his pitch count. And I think West Pittston's feeling pretty good about themselves with 2 outs and the little catcher, Jason Weedle, with that 2-run home run. Melberger with a great play at second base for the first out of the inning. The ball was hit hard, but Melberger just steps back a little bit in the grass, and the little second baseman with the put out.
Yeah, nice play by Eric. All 4'10" of him, goes back, turns his body nicely on it, gets that little hop in there, comes up with the play for the first out in the inning.
Evan Melberger getting it done. Good shot at him. That ball's fouled back at us. For Schultz is in now for Back Mountain National.
Eric Ostrowski is the home plate umpire. Dave Baker's at first. Marty Ferkel's at second. And Dakota Jones is at third. 4 very good quality umpires today, Phil.
Bob Bertoni's our district administrator for District 16 and 31. But before that, he was an umpire for many, many years and even got to umpire in Little League World Series at the softball side. So you keep a good eye on these umpires and how they're doing.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the 4th inning, and West Pittston has a 4-2 lead over the defending champs. A high swing and a miss by Schultz.
Yeah, when I get done here, Phil, I get to go to Bristol in August. I could do some replay officiating. Finarelli's up now with 2 outs here in the 4th, and we talked about an efficient inning. He doesn't want to throw a lot of pitches. And if he gets this batter, he will succeed.
Finarelli has a home run in the All-Star tournament, batting 600, swings and misses at that one. Yeah, replay is a big part of Little League Baseball. What they do with Little League Baseball and the Little League World Series, a lot of things they want to try out for Major League Baseball with replay rules. They test them out first with the Little League, and you'll be at Bristol with the East Region coming up in August. So if you're watching those games on ESPN and they have to go to replay, Bob Bertoni will be the one taking a look at the replay and making the final decision.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hood with a nice pitch, good waist pitch outside and low. It's about hitting spots for J.J. Hood. He goes inside, outside. He can go high, he can go low, and he mixes it up nicely as well. 1-2 pitch.
There you go.
Strike 3 for J.J. Hood. 2 strikeouts in the inning. An impressive performance. The West Pittston fans like what they see. West Pittston holding on to a 4-2 lead. It's the District 31 Championship on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back, everyone. Another special guest here with us tonight, Steve Scammer, the president of the Back Mountain Little League program. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Quite a successful season that you guys have had. It's going to be a lot of fun for you to watch.
Oh, it's great. I mean, we've already won 4 district champions with our senior boys, our junior boys, our 11, 12 girls, and who did I forget? I forget somebody else, but we're, so yeah, it's been great so far.
And carrying over into this year, I know you talked to me about the success you've had, but some pressure on the kids as well.
Yeah, last year we went to the state final in the 11-12 boys, which is like the biggest part of the Little League, and trying to repeat that, the pressure on the kids has just been phenomenal, but they've handled it very well.
How about some of the parents or the volunteers that really get involved?
Well, again, as president, honestly, we don't do much. We just kind of organize, but we have 700 players. We have 500 or 700 players and 500 parents. So without our players and sponsors and parents, we don't do this. I mean, we don't do this at all. The coaches have been great, so we get a lot of support from the community, and it's just been it's a special place on Back Mountain.
Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping to chat with us.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
And the crowd is starting to get big on the hill, anticipating the second game as well, the District 16 Championship. You see a lot of Nanticoke jerseys out there, Nanticoke and Mountaintop.
Yeah, you want to talk about great presidents, though. Steve Scammer does a great job, and you know he also works with McCarthy Tire, one of our major sponsors. John McCarthy and his family are just great to our community. Great support, Phil, from them. If you go to any Little League field, you'll see a McCarthy Tire sign there, and they're a proud sponsor again of this year's championship night. And I'm just so thankful and grateful to the McCarthy family and everything that John and the McCarthy and the Horns and the Lamberts do for Little League baseball.
Nick Ross in for West Pittston to start the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-2 lead for West Pittston, and a high pitch inside, swung and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andrew McCutcheon, the favorite player of Nick Ross. It's an all-star break for the Major League guys. Home run derby tonight. All-star game tomorrow in San Diego, and he chases that pitch by Chris Killian for the strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, I got him on that high fastball again. You'll see it. He comes up top. Killian chases it and puts him down on swinging, and we got 1 down here now. And we talked about pitch counts. You know, JJ got through that inning now with 63 pitches. Killian entered this inning with 24. So we're at a good number for both kids right now.
Rich Kashuba in for West Pittston. Last time up, struck out. Killian with a high pitch that Kashuba gets his bat on it and fouls it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. West Pittston trying to knock off the defending District 31 champs. Nice off-speed pitch there to get the strikeout.
Mixing up pitches. Comes with some heat, throws that, 12-6 curveball. Gets the batter way out in front, and all of a sudden we got 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
2 strikeouts. Max Rosen steps in for West Pittston. Pitches inside for a ball.
Max is a big kid, big, strong kid. Hopefully he could come in. He's batting .300 right now.
3 hits in the tournament to 10 at-bats.
And he's got 1 home run, so he could put it out of the ballpark, although it doesn't really matter because, we got a first one tonight, right, Phil?
Absolutely.
And it was a big one.
Home run ball has been the story. 2 from West Pittston, 1 from Back Mountain National, and that is a long drive all the way against the wall in center field. And a double for Big Max. Max puts it against the wall in center field.
It was high. Didn't know if it had the distance, but it went off the top of the fence. Let's take a look at it. He got under it just a tad, but he had enough strength to get it out to the fence, just out of the reaches of the center field, and he ends up with a stand-up double with 2 outs. And let's see if little Evan can knock him in with a big base hit and a 2-out hit here in the bottom of the 4th and try to add to West Pittston's lead.
Top of the order coming up, Evan Melberger. Hits this one foul. Max Rosen stands at 5'10", and after that shot off the wall in center field, he's standing at second base.
Yeah, let's see. Two strikes here. He's probably going to stay away from him here. He doesn't want to give him anything good to hit. Catcher is up in the stance. He wanted a high fastball, but he put it in the zone for the called 3rd strike, and that'll end the inning. We're going to the 5th. 4-2, West Pittston holding on. The Tipsy Turtle is a great family restaurant and fun sports bar with 3 incredible locations: Market Street in Jenkins Township, Owen Street in Squaresville, and Concordian Drive in Avoca near the airport. The Tipsy Turtle does it right when it comes to food. Check out all their menus online or by downloading their app. Try their famous turtle bites, tasty little pieces of heaven, tossed in one of 40 homemade wing sauces. The Tipsy Turtle offers exquisite catering services that will make your next event the talk of the town, accommodating parties from 20 to 150. The Tipsy Turtle has you covered.
And that was Bob Bertoni's broadcast voice, brought to you by District 1631, and the Hill filling up for the second game as well, the District 16 championship, Nanticoke and Mountaintop. We are in the 5th inning here, top of the 5th. Back Mountain National has some work to do if they want to defend their District 31 title. They're down 4-2.
Shane Healy's going to come in and start it off here.
Runs in the first and the second for Back Mountain National. The second, a solo home run by Youngman, and it's been the long ball for West Pittston. 2-run shot in the first by Hood, and a 2-run shot in the third by Jason Weedle. That's where we are scoring 4-2. Of course, in Little League Baseball, you play 6 innings. So time is running out for Back Mountain National. J.J. Hood, we're watching that pitch count. Again, he has to stay under 85. J.J. Hood with 8 strikeouts in this game. He's been pretty dominant. Gave up the home run to Youngman and had 3 back-to-back singles in the first, but other than that, he has been solid. Healy in for Back Mountain National.
What's your hero prize? Everybody else.
Again, JJ's probably going to want to be really efficient here. He's at 64 now. If he gets through this, he probably can go to distance, Phil. It's a big inning for him.
Sean Healy batting .333 for Back Mountain National in the tournament, and hits this one to third. A nice play over, made there by Rosen. Great job at third base. Had to go down on his knees right in front of the grass, makes the play, and gets up and throws it off by Ross with a great play there at third base. There he is.
Nick Ross.
Nick Ross was able to stay with that ball, and again, those are, you think, are routine plays, but when you're talking about 11 and 12-year-olds, that's a tough play, and Nick Ross made a big play there at third.
Caught it on the short hop.
Zawatsky in, Evan batting .611, 3 for 4 with a home run. Biggest game against Exeter in pool play for him. With 1 out here in the 5th. This one down the third base line and foul. Nick Ross staying on his feet over there at third. That one was down past the bag into left field.
Yeah, that was flirting with the fair line there.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty close.
Yes.
Pitch outside for a ball. They call Evan, his nickname's Deer. I don't know why, but that's an interesting nickname.
Probably runs like a deer.
Probably does. Bryce Harper's his favorite player. He loves pizza. Subway's his place to get his eat on.
Who doesn't love pizza?
He likes pizza, but then he likes Subway as his favorite.
Oh, Subway pizza.
Yeah,
pizza hoagie.
There you
ever
go.
have a Subway pizza hoagie?
I haven't.
Me neither. I don't even know if they make it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the 5th with National with some work to do. Down 4-2. 1 out in the inning, and J.J. Hood has been awesome. There's another strikeout for Hood. That is number 9 on the night. Folks, I hope you're enjoying this at home. This is a 12-year-old that's putting on a special show, pitching the ball. 9 strikeouts now on the night for J.J.
Well, there you see it. I mean, he just threw gas down through the middle. Batter couldn't keep up with it, but now we have Youngman and we have the middle of the lineup here, Phil. These next couple batters are going to be really important. If he can get out of here, he'll have Federici starting off the last inning, and a solo home run doesn't hurt you. So he wants to get Youngman right now.
Youngman, of course, his last at bat, put it out of the ballpark back in the 2nd inning, a solo shot to left field.
Wow, what a curveball. What a great backdoor breaking ball. Came over to the outside of the plate. That is a nice pitch. Now he's probably going to stay away from him here, and he's going to want him to chase, I'll bet.
1-2 count to Will Youngman, who gets all of this one to right field, and Youngman has his 2nd homer of the game, and it's a one-run game. Make it 2 home runs for Will Youngman, the man who spent Memorial Day in the hospital with a collapsed lung and 4 broken ribs. Those ribs are healing up, and now he's starting to hit home runs. 2 in this game. His first one was to left field, this one to right field, and it's a 1-run game.
Yeah, well, he went up and got it. JJ went high, Youngman went up and got it and drove it over the right field fence to get back Mountain within 1 run, and the big boy, Ty Federici, is up, and 1 swing can tie this baby up, Phil.
2 outs in the inning, and a run in with a second home run by Youngman. Pitch for a strike. This is tough part of the lineup for National. The 2, 3, 4, Youngman, Federici, and Killian. Tough. Wood with the pitch there. Hood with the pitch, I should say. And Hood has not given up a home run until tonight in pool play.
Well, it's a credit to Back Mountain. I mean, they could just flat out play. Flat out play. They're a great team. They're well coached. And, you know, JJ is really, really good pitcher, but you can't expect him to strike everybody out all the time. But you know what? He's going to bear down here. He still has a 1-run lead, and he's way ahead here.
Federici gets this one and pokes it into right field, and it's over the fence, and we have a tie game. Back-to-back home runs. First, it was Youngman, and now Federici with a home run to right field, and it's tied up 4-4, and Ty is fired up himself.
Well, like we said, you know, Ty Federici is Mr. Clutch. He's the catalyst. He's the go-to guy on this team, and he answered. He stuck the bat head out on the ball, and it went like a dart over the right field fence. Let's take a look at it. It just barely cleared the fence, but you know what? An inch is as good as a yard here as long as it goes over. And we are all tied up at 4 with 2 outs here in the 5th. And things are getting interesting, Phil.
Absolutely, and it's not over yet. Chris Killian is now batting for Back Mountain National, and all these runs coming on 2 outs. That's been our theme tonight.
Yes, sir.
A lot of damage with 2 outs.
Yeah, we talked about it. 2-out hits. They win or play such a major role in every game. And all the runs came with 2 outs.
Pitch is low and 3 balls and no strikes. And the dimensions, as we mentioned before here at Pittston Township, it's a short field, 185. Of course, at South Williamsport, they moved the fences out to 225 there. They increased them from 205 in 2006 at Volunteer Stadium. And ball 4 for Killian, as he is a 2-out base runner at first in a 4-4 game.
Ty reaches 83 pitches now. This will be, if he doesn't get Finarelli out on 1 pitch.
Finarelli will step in now for Back Mountain National with the game tied 4-4. So just that quickly, 2 outs. Things were going great for J.J. Hood, 9 strikeouts. 2 outs, he was looking to get out of the 5th inning, and then Will Youngman hits his 2nd home run of the game to right field. Ty Federici, who started the starting pitcher, comes up and sneaks one out of this ballpark down into right field and ties the game up at 4-4. Ty Federici and Will Youngman were the 2 players that were part of the District 31 championship team for Back Mountain National that, as we mentioned before, went all the way to the state championship until they lost to Redland. Redland went on to represent the East region and do pretty well in South Williamsport, and that is the goal. Up next is Section 5 play, and then state play, then the East Regional, and then it ends at the end of August in South Williamsport with the Little League World Series.
This is a big at-bat, though, Phil. He really wants to shut the door here. He wants to make this last out of the inning and go to the bottom of the 5th tied. But this will now be J.J. Hood's last batter that he'll face in this game.
Finarelli is in, so now the question is, who does West Pittston go to in the 6th inning? You have a tie game because Hood is coming to the end of his night, and it's been a great night. Those home runs have hurt him. Given up 3 home runs tonight. Before that, hasn't given up a home run the entire All-Star tournament.
Yeah, but he's doing his job. His team is tied. They're still in the game. So, you know, he came out, he gave a valiant performance. He's got 2 strikes, but again, he wants to focus and bear down on this last pitch. He wants to end the inning, Phil, and that'd be really important for his team.
Finarelli having a hard time staying away from that high pitch. That has to be the toughest thing, is to be a disciplined hitter as 11 and 12-year-old. We said before, those balls that come at your eyes, the tendency is just to swing.
Yeah, big grapefruit it looks like all the time.
2-2 count, 2 outs. Runner at first, and Back Mountain National has answered here in this 5th inning with 2 home runs to tie the game at 4-4. You're watching the District 31 Little League Major Baseball Championship.
It's coming down to this pitch now, kid.
Hood's pitch. Finarelli puts the bat on it and knocks it foul and out of play. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on first, 4-4 game. Doesn't get any better than this. Take a look at the dugout there. Then the hills are starting to fill up. And you can't beat this.
Wow, this is a great at bat by Finarelli. Hood's not giving up any ground. The batter's not giving up any ground. We always get good ones for district championship games, Phil.
J.J. Hood is battling. We heard from his mom earlier with Aaron on the hill. Strike 3. 10th strikeout of the game for J.J. Hood, but the damage was done by that man walking out of the dugout. Ty Federici hits a home run. So does Will Youngman, his second of the game. We're tied at 4-4 going to the bottom of the 5th in the District 31 Championship on My TV WQMY.
Welcome back, everyone. We have some special guests in the house up here. We have the 11 and 12-year-old district champs from Nanticoke, the 11 and 12-year-olds. Congratulations, girls. Very exciting. This is a team I used to play with when I was a kid. So happy for you. Tell me about your big win.
Well, our win in districts was our 3rd straight district title for 3 years. And we played as a team, and our pitching and hitting really led us to it.
So you have pitching and hitting. How about defense? Did defense contribute at all to your victory?
We had huge defense this year versus last year where we had a few gaps.
Now, I know you fell a little short. You lost in sectionals. Doesn't take away from the great year you had, but how about your favorite memory from throughout the season?
Well, our favorite memory was a YouTube video that we found that was Rusty Spoons and a dance that we found called the Rustle.
The Rustle? A dance? Can you teach me it?
Lizzie?
Sorry, can't. Riley.
How's it?
Do it right.
Go ahead. Whoa! I don't even know. That might be too advanced for me. Go ahead. Oh, she said it wasn't. Oh. Definitely too advanced for me. I'm going to work on my moves. I'll send it back to you guys.
Some dancing going on tonight by the Nanticoke girls and also Champ from the Rail Riders. The Rail Riders. Champ, buddy. Champ.
Oh, I'm a Philly fan.
The Rail Riders are here for the 2nd straight year, providing all kinds of entertainment. And this is more than just an all-star game now. It's turned into be some kind of an event. And good to hear from the Nanticoke girls who made us proud. We'll go over some of the winners we've had already in District 16 and 31 a little bit later on tonight.
Ethan comes up. Big inning now, middle of the lineup for West Pittston.
Ethan Elms is in, facing Chris Killian, who came in to replace Ty Federici. Ethan Elms steps in. Chase Utley, his favorite player. His favorite subject, by the way, in school is social studies. Goes to Wyoming area. 1-1 count. 4-4 game. Oh, that was a nasty pitch.
All curveballs. He threw 2 breaking balls, 12 to 6 breaking balls, has the batter way out in front of it. Ethan is really chucking that bat around there.
Elms gets a...
He stayed with it, too. Yep. He came back with it. He's way ahead 1-2. He's going to try and have Ethan chase something here.
See what he gets. 1-2 to Ethan Elms from Killian. Gets the bat on the ball, is short. Throw over. Federici had a stretch off the bag, and the ball gets away from him.
Dead ball.
And Elms gets second base on the dead ball. So a good start for West Pittston, trying to answer back after National put 2 runs on the board with back-to-back home runs. So Elms is a no-out base runner at second.
Yeah, a deep shot into the shortstop hole. And what is amazing is he's a left-handed shortstop, so he had to come across his body, threw across the field, came up a little bit short, as you can see. Ty, who has a great stretch, couldn't come up with it. And Ethan ends up at second. The ball went out of play, gets second base. So we have runner in scoring position and nobody out here, Phil, in the bottom half of the 5th. And J.J. Hood, the big guy, is coming up. Here you see it. Deep in the hole, he came across his body. And just out of the split.
Will Youngman, the shortstop, trying to make that play. Here's J.J. Hood, had the 2-run homer. Could he answer here in the 5th inning? J.J. Hood with the 2-run home run to give West Pittston a 2-1 lead in the 1st. Another nasty breaking ball by Killian that Hood can't get a piece of. That breaking ball is, we're right behind home plate. That thing is dropping big time. There's a high curve, drops in. Ball, 2 balls and a strike with Ethan Elms, a no-out base runner on second in a tie game.
Big at bat here. Now he gets the third on the pass ball, Phil, and puts the runner just 60 feet away from taking the lead. And it'll be interesting to see here how they're going to pitch to JJ. You think they're going to give him something to put in play. With the infield in now for Back Mountain, check and go 1.
As you see, 1st and 3rd are up. So is short and 2nd, and Hood draws a walk. So now runners on the corners, 1st and 2nd, with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th for Jake Kelleher.
That makes things really interesting because now you got a 1st and 3rd situation. Let's see if JJ takes off on the pitch, try and draw that throw down to second base, give the runner at 3rd an opportunity to score.
Kelleher drawn 2 walks so far tonight and scored a run. And hits that one down the right field line. Elms comes in to score. It's a 5-4 game. And Hood's rounding 3rd. He'll come in, no throw at home, slides in safely, and West Pittston has a 2-run lead, just like that, 6-4. So they answer back after the back-to-back home runs by National in the top of the 5th and the bottom half of the inning. Jake Kelleher comes up and knocks in 2 runs with his shot down the right field line.
Went with a little inside-out swing, punched the ball to right field, got it to go all the way to the fence, allowing both runners to score, gives West Pittston a 6-4 lead. Kelleher coming up big for West Pittston.
And West Pittston's believing again. They had to be down a little bit on themselves after back-to-back home runs, and this game was tied up at 4-4, but they come right back in the bottom of the 5th inning and put 2 runs on the board, and Jason Weedle's coming up. He was the hero a few innings back with a 2-run home run in the 3rd inning to put them up by 2 runs. We're going to have a pitching change.
Are we going to see Youngman there?
Yeah, I think we'll see Will Youngman, who struck out 4 over 2+ innings of work and went 2 for 4 at the plate with a triple and pitched for the first time since that fall on Memorial Day the other night. And he was pretty impressive. So he's finally getting back into being able to pitch. And at this point, after West Pittston responds, still no outs in this 5th inning. They put 2 runs on the board. Jake Kelleher with a big hit down the right field, plating 2 runs. And again, it's back to a 2-run lead. There is the look at the manager, Chuck Youngman, talking to his players. There's 9 12-year-olds on this team and 4 11-year-olds. Killian the righty, and then the 2 lefties with Ty and Will. There's the manager of West Pittston, Mick Melberger, talking to Jason Weedle. Weedle had that 2-run homer to put them up 4-2. Weedle's fired up, put it into center field, knocked it out of here. Not the biggest guy on the team, not the biggest guy on the field, but big in heart, and he knocked it out back in the 3rd inning.
Well, it'll be important here. Every run counts in this game, and Back Mountain will not go away quietly. They have a lot of sticks in their lineup, and I'm sure they'll do everything they can to answer the 2 runs. So that's why you want to try, Phil, and get any run that you can. I know Jason has a home run in the game. Most important thing is that he wants to advance the base runner, either to 3rd or to home. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him here and try to add to that lead. Youngman is a crafty little lefty.
Throws a pitch called the drop.
Yes, and
it's nasty.
And it's nasty.
What it is it falls off the table. I mean, it doesn't curve right or most curveballs, Bob, go right or left.
Yep.
His drop comes at you and it just falls. I mean, it is tough to hit.
Yep.
And he's a different kind of pitcher. He's a lefty, just like Ty. So they went with Chris. This is definitely the rotation that Chuck Youngman, the manager, wanted when I spoke with him. He was pretty sure he was going to use all 3 guys in this game tonight. But now his offense is going to have to respond, and you got to give West Pittston a lot of credit. West Pittston, a team here that was 10-run ruled by Back Mountain National last Tuesday, the final play of pool play. It was 15-4 was that final score. J.J. Hood that night could only go 35 pitches. But I think tonight the big thing is the way the bats responded for West Pittston. Getting the home run from Hood, not so much of a surprise, but Jason Weedle coming up with a home run in the 3rd. That 2-run shot, that was something that gave West Pittston a little inspiration.
Sure, a lot of situational hitting and a lot of key hitting today in this game. As you see some of the crowd getting ready, there's Mountaintop getting ready for their big game coming up at about approximately 8 o'clock, give or take a few minutes. And again, I can't stress enough though, Back Mountain will not go away, Phil. They're tough, they've been here before, they've been in this situation, and they know how to score runs. So West Pittston should try and generate as much as they can. So Youngman's ready, and let's see what happens, buddy.
No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. West Pittston responding with the big Jack Kelleher 2-run shot down the right field line. Plated 2 runs. Big Jake sitting at second base, and here is Jason Weedle. Last time up, had the 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. West Pittston 6-4, looking to add to their lead with no outs. Trying to knock off the defending District 31 champs. There's a breaking ball, misses for a ball for Will Youngman.
Number 5, Ethan Elms is going out and warming up now for West Pittston.
So he'll be the guy, as we said, J.J. Hood out of pitches, so his night is over, and he finished with 10 strikeouts and did a great job. There's a good pitch there by Youngman. There's that drop. Yeah, there's that drop we talked about.
Wow, that was nasty.
1-1 count, no outs. Kelleher at second, outside for a ball.
I'm not sure if you could tell from the television how that ball drops, but we're behind the catch, and you can see it, and there you see Ethan warming up.
Ethan Elms getting ready to J.J. Hood in relief and try to shut down Back Mountain National. If he can do it, they'll be District 31 champs and move on to Section 5 play, and District 31 team will host Section 5 play this year. And a walk for Jason Weedle. Good at bat by Weedle. He was patient on those drop pitches by Will Youngman. So runners at first and second with no outs still, and West Pittston put 2 on the board and have a 6-4 lead. Jude Janowski will pinch hit for Janowski, batting 167. Jude will pinch hit. Again, we mentioned the rules in Little League Baseball. Every player in the dugout needs to get in a bat, and if they don't, the manager gets in trouble.
Yeah, usually it could result in 2-game suspension, or if it's a second offense, could end up in a forfeiture of the game. But hopefully we never get to that point, because that is a district administrator's nightmare.
Absolutely. And I believe there's a target out there. If you can see, there's a fan that has a target sign. Pretty cool.
Yes.
Out in left center field. Let's
Here,
see if Jude could put it out there. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, and the drop ball, and he lays down a nice bunt. The throw to first. Youngman's throw to first for the out, and there's 1 out in the inning, but the runners advance, so runners at second and third. Kelleher only 60 feet away now from putting West Pittston up by 3 runs.
You talk about here, let's look at it. Doing your job, doing the little things. And he gets the bunt down. Jude gets a great bunt down, moves the runners into scoring position. And now Nick Ross comes up, just get the ball in play, but the infield is up. Let's see what happens here.
Nick Ross has been hot as of late. Made a nice play at third base tonight. Nick Ross batting .636 coming in, 7 of 11 One of the hottest bats on the team, have an opportunity to give his team some insurance runs here with a 6-4 lead and runners at second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, Back Mountain definitely wants to cut down this run. So they got everybody in the infield on the grass. They're going to check, try and keep that runner there and get an out. Strikeout would be good here for Youngman.
Will's pitch was low. Again, Will with those collapsed lungs was in the hospital in Danville at Geisinger for a week. The accident, he was trying to catch a Frisbee on Memorial Day, had a terrible fall. Bases are loaded now as he walks.
And you know, that was probably an intentional walk, because now you got a force everywhere. And Kashuba will come up with the bases loaded now and try to add to the West Pittston lead. This is a big at bat right now.
Kashuba batting out of the 8th hole. 8th batter with a big opportunity in front of him.
Yep.
1 out, bases are loaded. Kelleher knocked in 2 runs with his hit, and West Pittston regained the lead after Back Mountain went back-to-back home runs in the 5th to tie it 4-4. And now West Pittston wants to add some insurance runs, and they have Ethan Elms waiting in relief, pitching for J.J. Hood, whose night is over. That pitch, it misses, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, falls behind here 2-1, and this is a big pitch because he does not want to go 3-1 on the batter, so I'm sure Will's going to give him something to hit.
Kashuba is in. Pitch from Youngman was a good one and a strike. 2-2 count, 1 out.
Like I said, he was going to go right at him. I'm not sure he's going to want to fall 3-2 either. Look for a fastball.
Youngman with a pitch. Kashuba gets a bat on it and fouls it over the Back Mountain National dugout down first base line.
Like I said, he wanted to stay right at him, and he came with that fastball down the heart of the plate.
How's he out there with 4 broken ribs? Tough kid, Will Youngman.
Well,
pitch outside for a ball.
Well, now it's a money pitch. 3-2, got 1 out.
A lot of people biting their nails. That's the kind of night it is on championship night. The parents, they're just as nervous as the players.
Sure are.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, and he loses him. Walks in a run, so an insurance run for West Pittston as Kashuba walks. Kelleher comes in to score. He had that big hit down the right field line to score 2 runs, and it's a 7-4 West Pittston lead, bottom of the 5th.
And now big Max Rosen comes to the plate. He put one off the top of the fence last time at bat. Let's see what he can do here, Phil.
Max Rosen, 5'10", 140 pounds, swings and misses for a strike with the bases loaded and still 1 out.
And gives you a little bit more speed now on the base path for West Pittston. So a double could clear all the bases.
3 runs in this 5th, 2 in the 3rd on the home run, and then 2 on the 1st on another home run. That's the scoring for West Pittston. Wow. Swing and a miss there on that drop.
Wow, that was nasty. What a great pitch by Will Youngman. Just falls right off the table.
Big Max is in, swings and misses. Strikeout for Youngman, the 2nd out of the inning.
Big strikeout for Back Mountain with 2 outs now. They want to try and keep it at 3 runs, but the little big man, Evan Mellenberger, steps up with the bases loaded, and we talked about how hard it is to throw strikes to this young man.
Mellenberger scored a run in the 1st inning after getting on with a walk, and there was that drop pitch that we mentioned with Youngman. Very tough to hit. Of course, Evan is good friends with Will. They play travel ball together. Evan and JJ play on travel team with Coach Youngman as their coach and a lot of the Back Mountain players. One-one the count, 2 outs, bases loaded. West Pittston trying to add to their 7-4 lead. Evan puts his bat in front of the plate looking to bunt, and ball misses the bat. 1-2 count.
Yeah, that was an interesting play there. I'm not sure what he was looking to do. Maybe pull up the defense a little bit.
And the grill fog is coming in. Look at the smoke coming in from the grill. The burgers and hot dogs are done here at Pittston Township. Pitch is high, 2-2.
I thought we're eating salad though, Phil. We're not.
Yeah, we're putting the burgers and hot dogs for someone else. And Here's the pitch from Youngman, called
nice
strike three, and Youngman gets out of the jam, but the damage is done. 3 runs for West Pittston. Jake Kelleher knocks in 2. And some insurance runs, 7-4. Now, can Ethan Elms close it out to give West Pittston a District 31 championship? We'll find out next on MyTV WQMY. The hot dogs and burgers are on at Pittston Township Little League, the site of the district championship night. District 31, the road to South Williamsport is what it's all about. The winner of this game will get to host sectional play, which is very exciting if West Pittston can hold on to this. And then it's Section 5 play where you battle 2 teams from the Scranton area. And then the state tournament out west this year in the Pittsburgh area. East Regional in Bristol, August 6th through August 13th. If you get through that, then you get an opportunity to go to South Williamsport and play in the Little League World Series against teams from all across the country and all across the world in that very special event in South Williamsport, August 18th to August 28th. So that is the road for these teams. It's a long road, and it starts here tonight trying to get a District 31 championship. Ethan Elms is in to pitch. He'll try to close it out and give West Pittston their first district title since the 90s when they won one when they were part of District 16 before 31 and 16 combined. They don't have a District 31 title. And there is some changes here. Of course, the managers need to get all their players in. This is an opportunity for them to do it.
And they're going to bring in Jared Adamski. Jared, key substitution for Back Mountain. Let's see what Jared comes in at. Big spot for Jared to come in here. But he is batting .600, and he does have he has a triple, and he has 1 home run, Phil. So as you can see, everybody on their lineup could hit.
Jared Adamski looking to come up in a big spot. His favorite player is Mike Trout. Ethan Elms in relief of J.J. Hood. Pitches low by Elms.
Yeah,
this is a tough spot for Elms to come in. And you're talking about a lot of pressure of 11 and 12-year-old. Here you are. You're 3 outs away from a District 31 title. You got to hold on to the 7-4 lead. Pitch is high for a ball there.
And the key is that, you want to make sure you get that first out. We got a substitute batter now. You want to just go right at this kid. Try and get that first out of the inning. But he's really up top, and that's probably a little bit of nerves, Phil.
Yeah, he has to bring it down a little bit. His first couple of pitches, all balls, and all of them were high.
High balls.
Pitch inside corner. That's a nice pitch. 3-1 count.
Yeah, he wants to try and bounce back here.
7-4 West Pittston with a lead with a 3-run 5th inning after Back Mountain National went back-to-back home runs and tied the game at 4-4. Now they're trying to close it out and win their first district title in a long time.
Gets it to a full count now, 3-2. And this, I know it's only the first batter in the last inning, but this is a huge, huge pitch because you want to get that first out. Back Mountain wants to get base runners. So this is huge. Adamski found it off and staying alive. Keeps the count at 3-2, buddy.
On PA District 1631, one of the fan poll questions were how many home runs were we going to see tonight? We already have 5 here in this game.
Wow.
3-2 pitch, no outs. Adamski hits that one foul, and he's battling. 3 balls were thrown, but then Elms finally gets things going and gets his nerves calmed down. And
talk about, battling and substitutes. Wow, this is awesome.
Nice pitch there. Another one fouled back. 3-2 count remains. Adamski with a couple of balls that he fouled back after taking the first 3 pitches were all high balls to him.
Still battling, 3-2 here. Big pitch continues.
Elms, breaking ball. Elberger can't get it at second base, and it's into right field. And that's going to be a double for Adamski. A good way to start off. No out base runner at second. The double by Adamski, and it's 7-4. No outs in the 6th inning. Back Mountain National
Great at bat, great at bat. Pushed that 3-2 pitch through the hole, hit it hard enough to let the ball go all the way to the fence and stretches a single into a double, and all of a sudden, lead off base runner for Back Mountain. Like I said, they will not go away.
Mike Scholitz batting .333 coming in. Where's 0-0? Breaking ball outside corner for a strike.
Yeah, Back Mountain's got to treat this like there's no, or I'm sorry, West Pittston has to treat this like there's nobody on base. They just want to get outs here, Phil. The key is they just need 3 outs. Back Mountain needs 3 runs.
Yeah, that runner at second means nothing. It's
No.
a 7-4 game.
Mike Soltis batting .333 during the All-Star tournament.
Here's the pitch from Elms. Soltis gets his bat on it and knocks it foul.
Isn't it amazing, though, how every batter from Back Mountain is calm, cool, collective. They all look like they know what they're doing. There's no panic in them. They're taking deep breaths, and they're getting their money's worth.
It's been very easy for Back Mountain. They have not trailed in a game the entire tournament. And tonight it's been a different story. So this is the first time they have faced some adversity, and they're trying to come back down 7-4 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Evan just threw a great, or I'm sorry, Ethan just threw a great pitch there. You know, a little breaking ball, kept the ball down, just a tough pitch to hit. All you could do with that is foul it off.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, runner at second. Schultes gets a shot this one. Max has the catch in right field, tagging from second to third, and the runner is now 60 feet away from scoring a run, trying to cut into this 3-run deficit. Schultes got the job done with the pop up to right field.
I'll tell you what, that play at third was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Makes a great, Max made a great throw from right field to third base. But the key here now is that they got the 1 out, and they want to focus here and try and get Michael Murray now to become the 2nd out. Mike comes in batting .444.
Finarelli's in. Pitch outside for a ball. Jared Adamski at third. 1 out. Finarelli takes another called strike outside part of the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike. Just need outs for West Pittston.
Ethan Elms trying to get the save and get a district championship for West Pittston. Good stop by the catcher, Jason Weedle there. The pitch was outside. Good job to backhand that by the catcher. Catching is a crucial part of Little League Baseball. You got to have a good catcher to have some success. Oh, nice breaking ball.
Nasty.
Good shot there from the outfield camera. You saw just how nasty that pitch was.
Nasty.
Ethan Elms comes up. Hood was throwing the heat. Elms is a little slower, but has a pretty good breaking ball, and he's settled down. He was nervous coming into this spot, but he has settled down here now a couple batters in.
Yeah, and you know what? It looks like he's sticking with his bread and butter, too, and that's that little nasty, slow curve ball. And I'll tell you what, Phil, faster doesn't mean better. It's where you pitch, hitting your spots, you know, putting it in the right place. And that is what Ethan is trying to do here, trying to come up with a big save for West Pittston.
1 out, 2-2 count. Runner at third. National down 7-4. Post-game show is coming up with Bob Ide on the hill here in Pittston Township, and then the pregame show for District 16's championship. Finarelli to short. Hood has a hard time getting it out of his glove, but makes the play. Nice play there by J.J. Hood. There for a second, I didn't think he was going to get it out of his glove at short.
Yeah, he struggled a little bit with getting the ball out, but you know, it's J.J. He's got a cannon. But how about the scoop at first base? Let's take a look at it. A hard ground ball. J.J. comes up with the play, has a little problem, bobbles it, but then a little short hop, and Kelleher comes up with it. Jake Kelleher coming up big in this game with the bat and with the glove.
Yeah, his dad would be proud. His dad wouldn't like that when he was playing hockey. He didn't want the goalies to make that kind of scoop save, but that's what Jake did there at first base. And, of course, Jake had the big hit in the 5th inning that plated 2 runs when he knocked the ball down the right field line. Shane Healy's going to step in. His favorite player, he's going old school on us, Mickey Mantle.
Wow.
Like to see that. He probably saw some old YouTube clips of Mickey Mantle.
Yep. Shane's batting .333 now. With 2 outs, West Pittston is 1 out away from the district championship.
So National gets 1 run across on that ground out to short, and it's a 7-5 game. 2-run advantage for West Pittston. 2 outs. They're an out away from a District 31 title. A high pitch swung on and missed by Healy. And now 1 strike away.
Yeah,
you can see it on the face of Ethan Elms. He's starting to realize he needs 1 more strike, and he has his team a District 31 championship.
And the key here is you don't want to give in. You still need 1 strike.
Of course, after the game, the flag ceremony and the pins. We're 1 out away, 1 strike away from that happening. Pitches outside for a ball. Stick around for that. Our district administrator, Bob Bertoni, will leave our broadcast location, head to the field for the ceremony, where the winner will receive the flag and do their customary lap and get the pins. And there it is.
Not yet, not
the
yet.
throw down to first. Kelleher grabs it after the throw by Weedle, and West Pittston is your new District 31 champs. Ethan Elms comes in and closes it out for J.J. Hood, who was awesome tonight. West Pittston with some timely hitting. The long ball, Hood's homer in the first. Weedle's home run in the 3rd, and Kelleher's big hit in the 5th, and we have new district champs, the boys in green. West Pittston playing the role of spoiler, doing what Back Mountain National did last year. Back Mountain National came in with 1 loss and was the 2 seed and ended up winning the district title. This year, West Pittston does it and beats Back Mountain National 7-5. What a game.
I got to go out and give some hardware, kid.
Bob Bertoni will leave our broadcast location to head out and give West Pittston their championship flag, and both teams will get pins. What a game it was, and you can see the excitement on the faces of the West Pittston players. We will take a break, come back. Bob Ide will have our post-game show. Bob Bertoni will be on the field with these happy faces. Boy, lots of smiles in green. West Pittston's your District 31 champs. The final 7-1. Here's your final out. Weedle holds on to it, gets the throw to Kelleher, and the game is over. West Pittston's your 2016 champs.
This District 31 Little League Major Championship post-game is presented by Luzerne County Community College.
And welcome back to West Pittston Little League. Wow, what a game. District 31 champs. West Pittston pulling off the big-time upset over Back Mountain National. Bob Bertoni's now on the field to hand out the hardware and the championship banner.
First of all, let's congratulate Back Mountain. They have been a champion for many, many years, and they continue to be that. And they showed a lot of character, and they are a well-coached team. So Back Mountain, congratulations on a great season. In a few minutes, we'll have our district staff led by Mr. Joe Long, Mr. Greg Coley. John, if you want to go out, Mr. Strobel, we'll hand out the pins and the flag presentation. But first, I want to make sure that we thank Pittston Township and all the volunteers for putting on such a great performance today with their field and with their facility. It's outstanding. At this time, I'll turn it over to our public address announcer, who will announce the names, and the players can receive their pins. There you go.
Kevin Zawadzki. Will Youngman. Ty Federici. Chris Killian. Nick Finarelli. Jared Adamski. Mike Schultes. Mike Murray. Evan Robinson. Joe Shiskowski. Lucas Schultz. Braden Finarelli. And finally, Mr. Shane Keeley. And the rest of the Back Mountain managers and coaches, let's give one more round of applause for our runners-up here for District 31, Back Mountain. And now, for your District 31 champions, West Pittston. Evan Melberger. Ethan Elms. JJ Hood. Jake Keller. Jason Weedle. Blaze Sokash Minnick. Nick Ross. Richie Kashuba. Max Rosen. Jude Janoski. Connor Roboleski. Henry Rosen. And Zach Pitcavage. Your manager, Mick Melberger, coaches Mike Benita and Jim Weedle. Your District 31 champs, West Pittston. No championship is complete without the presentation of the banner. Go get it, boys. Big round of applause for West Pittston. District 16 final. Mountaintop versus Nanticoke. Coming up next.
Check, check.
So there you see the lap from the West Pittston Little League winning their first title since the 1990s, and they were in District 16. It's their first District 31 title. right here tonight, a 7-5 win over Back Mountain National. When we come back, we'll talk to the winners right here on set. That's stay tuned next here on MyTV WQMY. So the final out, District 31 champs, West Pittston Little League, their first title since the 1990s. They're headed to the Section 5 play with the District 16 team, yet to be determined as we get set for that game coming up. But we have the winners up here on set. We'll get them shortly, but 5 home runs in that game. A back and forth game all night long. West Pittston, every time they were down against BMN, they came back with some big runs. Their big inning, 3 big runs in the bottom of the 5th, including a 2-run double from Jake Kelleher. And now I think it's time to bring the team in, Aaron. We're going to join by Aaron Dugan right here live on MyTV. Okay, hold on, guys. Quit hamming it up. Quit hamming it up.
I'm looking for.
Quit hamming it up. We're bringing Coach, but how do you feel?
I feel blessed to be here right now.
Okay. You're on live TV. Just watch, okay? Okay. How do you feel about the championship?
I feel lucky to be here right now, and I think it's like a very awesome feeling to be here, and I'm just happy for my whole team.
Good job. That was pretty good. Now give someone else a chance. Who's up here? Is JJ here? How about anybody else? Well, you're going we're getting some people in. JJ Hood, winning pitcher, big home run. Talk to me about the game and what it meant for you guys. Every time you were down, you kept coming back.
Yeah. We were down a couple runs, and we kept coming back. Every inning, they kept scoring runs, and every inning, they scored runs. We came back and scored more.
You lost to this team previously just about a week ago. What was the difference tonight?
Our difference was we practiced a lot better, and we had a couple of switch-ups, and we didn't make any errors, as many as we did last time.
Now you're going to sections. How's that feel?
Awesome.
Huh? How about the rest of this team? Good. I mean, everyone played well for you, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring Jake in.
Who do you want to put a shout out to right now?
Probably Jake, because he got us to the 7 runs.
Yeah. Well, I think Jake's now going to talk to Aaron. We're going to let Aaron in there. Jake Kelleher, a big hit in the 5th inning, Aaron.
Well, Jake, take me through that hit, 5th inning, right down the right field line. What did you see, and how great did that feel to hit that ball?
I felt great to get the winning runs for our team. Double was nice.
So as soon as you hit the ball, you felt that crack, you knew?
Yeah, I felt the bat, and I knew it was going to be a good hit.
All right, we're showing the hit right now. Just talk us through us a little bit.
I knew it was going to be a double when the right fielder missed it, and I knew that we were going to score 2 runs on it, so it felt good.
How about the rest of your players? Everybody came through today. It was such a back-and-forth affair. Shout out some of your players.
JJ, Nick Ross, and Jason for getting a homer.
And how about the defensive effort, too? I mean, they had their back-to-back home runs. What were you thinking in that point when you saw those home runs and you needed to come back?
Yeah, JJ came back with a nice pitch, and then Ethan came in the 6th inning to shut them down.
We're trying.
Well, great job, guys. Are you going to go celebrate now?
Yep.
Yeah. Party at Melburgers! Party at Melburgers. You heard it here, Bob. Party at Melburgers.
Okay, I'm going to send Mr. Weedle over to you. I'm going to talk to the winning coach right here. Coach,
okay.
Let's walk over a little bit this. What was the difference last time you met them? Yeah, obviously you put JJ on the mound. What was the difference?
Difference was being able to get JJ to go those 85 pitches and cut down on the errors early. We had some errors early last game that put us in the hole 2-0. So that's tough to fight back against a good Back Mountain National team. So that was, I believe, the difference.
The key was, I think, going back and forth. Every time they went up, your guys responded.
Very resilient team today. And that's the same thing with Back Mountain National. You know, when they keep creeping back, it's like, oh no, here they come. But the boys stood up and they did their job and did a fantastic job. Couldn't be prouder.
Underdogs going in, no doubt, because of that loss. What did you tell them before the game?
Actually, same thing I told them against Kingston, because I'm sure we're underdogs in that game too. Why not us? You know, why not us? It's one game. We played like we did against Kingston. Limit the errors, efficient pitching, and timely hitting. We'll be all right, and that's exactly what happened.
Big 5th inning. Kelleher with that big double. How big was that?
That was huge. We had our guys stealing there, so that enabled him to come around, but great hit. And that's what I've been telling the boys. With their pitch and speed, we're going to go opposite field, so it worked out today.
And you got a big relief, a big relief save in there at the end of the game. That was huge.
Yep. Ethan pitched against him last time, did pretty well, so we thought we'll go back to it. He has a great off speed and decent speed, so he did his job.
Off the sectionals, how's that feel?
Terrific, terrific. I just found out we're the first team to win a title for West Pittston in 20 years, so fantastic.
And there's a chance you may host that too as District 31.
We are the host.
There you go.
Yeah, so fantastic.
Okay, good luck. What do you got, Aaron?
I have Jason Weedle, another one of the guys here from West Pittston, to really get that bat around. 2-run home run. How good did that feel?
It felt great.
Yeah?
At first I didn't know it was going to go over, but once I heard the wood, it felt good.
How about losing to this team earlier in the week? What kind of motivation was that for you?
Well, we knew we were the underdogs coming in, so it really motivated us to come and get the win here.
What did your coach tell you?
Well, he told us to stay positive, keep our heads up, and just, like Jake said, hit dingers.
Hit dingers. There you go. Oh, taters. Taters. All right, Bob. They want to hit some taters. It's making me hungry.
We're going to have them all look into the camera now. Wave, guys. There are your District 31 Little League champions for 2016. They're on the sectionals. It's West Pittston. When we come back, our post-game show will continue as we'll talk to Russ Kasler from the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. Wave, guys. Go ahead.